Welcome to Everlasting Talk. Hello, this is Everlasting Talk with your host, Ever. This is the Biography series. Before we get started, I want to make sure to let you guys know to check out my Teespring store for merch, cool shirts, and everything else. Check us out on Instagram, Twitter, Twitch, and YouTube. Today we're talking about Simón Bolivar. Simón Bolivar was a major figure in the independence of many Latin American nations. He was a Venezuelan military and political leader who was appropriately called El Liberator. Born Simón José Antonio de la Santísima Trinidad Bolivar y Palacios, long name, on January 24th, 1783, in what is now Caracas, Venezuela. Born into a wealthy family, the Bolivar family, one of the great wealthiest families in Spanish Americas. His father, unfortunately, would die in 1786 when he was 3 years old of tuberculosis. Sorry, I can't say that. Leaving his mother, Maria, and her father in law, and her father, Feliciano, as legal guardians. But unfortunately, tragedy will strike again when his mother died in 1792 of the same thing as her father, as his father, of tuberculosis. I can't say that word for some reason. As well. Eventually, he would live with an uncle, but he left to live with his sister, Maria Antonia. He would go to Spain and eventually meet Maria Teresa Rodriguez de Toro. They ended up being engaged in 1800. They would go their separate ways, unfortunately, for a while, but reconnected and marry in Madrid, Spain, on May 26, 1802. Then settling in Venezuela, in Caracas. Unfortunately, Maria would die of yellow fever in 1803, leaving him heartbroken and him losing yet another person he's loved. Um, he was so devastated that he would leave for Spain, and then he was forced to leave Spain and move to Paris, France, when Spain forced non-residents to leave. So they just forced him to leave. After seeing Napoleon become emperor of France and then Italy, he was fed up and wanted to end European rule in the Americas. He returned to Venezuela, but also made stops in the United States. In 1807, France ended up invading Spain. Venezuela would eventually reject French rule because Spain was a, Venezuela was a territory of Spain, but and we're still loyal to Ferdinand VII, declaring Venezuela's independence on July 5th, 1811, causing a war with the royalists and the Republican forces. Bolivar would escape Venezuela and landed in Caracas. Eventually, he would head to Cartagena, wanted to mount an offensive to capture Venezuela from Colombia. On May 14, 1813, he he started the Admiral campaign, ordered the death of all Spaniards not on his side. So anyone who declared royalty or declared loyalty to the Spanish crown would be killed. He eventually would take Caracas and get the nickname El Liberator. That's when he got the nickname. On January 2nd, 1814, he became dictator of the Second Republic of Venezuela. Then he went ahead and captured Bogota, Colombia in 1814. Uh, Eventually, Bolivar will lose in exile in Jamaica. And then from Jamaica, he ended up overgoing to Haiti, where he got the support of the president of Haiti, which because Haiti was the first country in Latin, in the Americas to declare independence outside the U.S. Obviously, um, one of the first. So yeah, he had the support of their president. He actually ended up with the support of that government. He would actually end up liberating Venezuela and Colombia, Then he went to liberate Peru, Ecuador, Panama, and Bolivia. He would resign the presidency on April 27th, 1830, but eventually he would pass away on December 17th, 1830, at the age of 47 of tuberculosis. Same as his mother and father. So I think it ran in his family, you know, because it happened to both of them too. His ideologies and legacy will forever be in South America, and many countries still is named after him. Bolivia is named after him. Venezuela's the Bolivian government, the Bolivian government. A lot of the currencies, Bolivian, Bolivar. So he still has the legacy in Latin America. Obviously, he liberated all these countries. He liberated Venezuela, Colombia, Peru, Ecuador, Panama, Bolivia. So his legacy will continue there. He's still worshipped in Latin America because of his strength and his power to go ahead and be a strong major leader in one of the strongest leaders out there. Actually, I watched a show of his. He had a show called Bolivar. You could check it out on Netflix. It's like I think it's like 70 to 80 episodes, but it shows about his story of his life. So if you really want to, like, obviously it's fictional. Obviously it's Netflix, so obviously do your own research as well. Check out if he has any books or anything. I would have to research that as well. But yeah, I checked out that show Bolivar. It was a good show. I recommend that. And thank you Simon Bolivar for everything he did for Latin America, and and still going on to this day. So yeah, this is Everlasting Talk. I'm your host Ever. Thank you so much for joining me here. Check me out on Instagram, on Twitter, Twitch, and YouTube. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and follow. Thank you so much, and see you at the next one. Bye, y'all. Thank you for listening to this episode of Everlasting Talk. For more content, follow us on Twitch, Twitter, YouTube, and Instagram at Everlasting Talk. Thank you.